on the line, my man. You just have to be able to, receive the information, receive the message. And that's when I come right back to it. Indigenous love, everybody on the panel. You got to eat clean. You got to try to eat organic, holistic, as much fruit. Stop eating the meat, the starch, the dairy. Clean up your body.
I'm still not getting
this message. I'm telling you.
Still not getting the answer to my question.
The food in Africa comes from the Americas.
These fools saying the food from Africa comes from the Americas.
I'm just asking. He said, he's saying things, but you come to a conclusion that I'm sorry, sir. Don't cut me.
Seeds.
Real quick.
Seeds come from the Americas.
Right. How did you find this out?
Your continent began to flourish. That continent began to flourish. Because again, you said you're from Africa. That just may well be the case for you. But predominantly, most of the people over here that are melanin and rich, the so-called blacks, they were always here. Millions and millions and millions of years before.
Let me say this to him, though, bro. Look, you believe in a DNA test where you're giving your saliva to some people that you don't know. They're telling you that they're putting it in a database and being kept in China, a whole different land, as people all across the world, they're coming out and telling you that they're giving you results that you believe in. And we're telling you that they've documented the plants that's in Africa today. 600 of the 640 of those plants there are indigenous to here. They've studied these things. They've printed out the study.
That's
and then I'm gonna give you this right here. They're saying that 40 of those plants that's over here now are GMOs, meaning that they're not even natural plants. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm just saying, give me the site, reference where I can go to get that information. That's all I'm saying.
Fam, these dudes have lost their African mind on this live.
So if you want information on how it went down, so what you got to do is check out the war that ensued, which is somewhat conceptualized and it's explained in the book Christian Slaves, Muslim Masters by Robert C. Davis. So check that and you'll see, it's explaining about the transatlantic slavery, what came first and how it came first.
No, I'm just talking about the food. I'm just talking about the food. I'm just talking about
you gotta go ahead on to the line.
Listen, bro. I'm trying to say
I'm not even asking for all of that. I'm just trying to get more information on the fact that the plants that are in Africa were actually here first. That somehow it got transferred over to Africa. I want to know how that happened. That's all I want to know. I'm not asking anything else. Just that.
Well, I'll simplify it for you. Someone can't give you a resource. All you got to do is look at the plant that you're trying to reference, and then look at where the heirloom seed comes from. You don't even need them to tell you. It's a simple search for yourself. You look at the plant you're talking about in Africa. Look at the plant they're talking about here, and then look what the heirloom seed originates.
Y'all hear this shit? This is some weird shit. These abos have lost their African mind, y'all.
So we're doing what you hear today is we're telling you what it is from an American standpoint, from our viewpoints, which are backed by facts.
This shit ain't backed by no facts.
From crops, from the animals. You hit it from the seeds and the animals. So again, and the blood.
We're gonna move from it. I think anybody can drop a quote. I think it's somebody was saying it's white cargo or something like that. Is where you can look that up. But we gonna move. Can I see somebody with references? Yeah, you can. You can give it to them. Let me know. We're going to the new guests after you give them references. Those references though.
Yeah, for sure. So you can also look up.
We gotta move on, right? We gotta move on past this because we're past this now, my man. We've been past this, and hopefully we got this.
Yeah, so if you're looking for scholarly sources type thing, you can look to the source Africa's and Native American by Jack D. Forbes. You can look up that one, and then you can look up what's it called? Dr. Clyde Winters. Or he provides us the indigenous names of the Shi, aka Z. This is Olmec. The misname Olmec.
That's right.
So you can if you want sources, bro. I'm giving you sources about how to find out that who was here first in North America, and where the first source I gave you will show that the transatlantic slavery was actually it happened in North America first, where they're shipping a bunch of black people out. They're shipping them to Spain, they're shipping them to England, and then they brought the transatlantic slavery here. They knew they were going to displace us a long time.
Yeah, and the only people who were ever on a transatlantic slave liner were immigrants, European and Eurasian immigrants.
The fuck this nigga say?
USS Patricia. That's a transatlantic slave liner that brought in a flux, about 12 million.
That's a cap.
12 million Eurasian immigrants. Okay, so again, with this is surmountable evidence. Surmountable, Shonga.
Surmountable evidence, nigga.
You know, that's just too bad, buddy.
And we actually got documented pictures of them coming over on their boats.
I'm very polite with it because I get it. This is what happens when you learn a certain way for so long, and someone brings you something else.
These niggas have lost their African mind. They say that the slave trade happened in reverse. The fuck does that mean? Happen in reverse, like we playing Uno. They really dead ass serious about this shit. This is what happens when the education system has failed us.
Yeah, you gotta forget everything just to remember.
You gotta forget everything.
To name a few things: tomatoes, corn, peanuts, tropical fruits like papayas, pineapple, guava, and avocados. That's just to name a few that was transported over there. And tropical fruits are on this side of the hemisphere, and they only named a few because there's a lot.
So they're trying to convince everybody that all of the great shit is over here in America. Africa ain't contribute shit to the world or civilization. Egypt is in America too.
All them elephants, all of that's from here. They took all that. He was riding elephants over here before anywhere else.
Piece of the chat.
And them lions, look how many more lions are in the Americas. Did you know that
Lions in America?
We have the most cats anywhere else on the planet. Africa
These niggas say anything.
They go over there, and you could go over there on all them safaris because they took our animals over there for people to go over there to pay to look at our animals on display.
You hear this shit?
And when you reference America, you're talking about this entire continent, including Canada, right?
And up to Greenland, Nova Scotia, going all the way down.
We had lions in Nova Scotia and shit.
North American continent.
Let's keep it real. It's the biggest landmass on the planet, Shonga.
Yo, and me, I'll tell you this, and I put it together like this.
Can y'all hear this shit?
They want to displace us from here because when you look at legalities, they have this thing called just solely and just Sango rights. Okay,
the land.
That's blood rights of the soul and blood rights.
These niggas get on a live and they just started making up shit about history. Them niggas don't pull out no sources or nothing. There's 200 motherfuckers in this chat. Niggas, y'all don't need to be doing no class on nothing.
Information, Shonga. You gotta upgrade.
And I guarantee he hadn't written down nothing we said. So he had his name.
You ain't written down nothing he said either.
The next group we get in over there, and this is stuff that I think everybody should start writing down and taking it. So.
Yeah, like before I go, I just want to say this. I appreciate you having me up, and I respectfully disagree with most of what you guys were saying, so I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, he don't believe in none of that bullshit y'all talking.
Your case was a special case because your family was already doing their genealogy, and your DNA just happens to match with it. But in our case, our DNA don't match with our genealogy.
And I'll say this also because when I hear someone say what they said, like respectfully, I don't. You're allowed to not to disagree. That's wonderful. And then you're saying you didn't write anything down. Well, well, this is like you don't really want to learn anything. You just came to debate something.
Y'all niggas disrespectful, shitting on Africa. They talking about this dude disrespectful. Ain't nobody writing that dumb shit y'all talking about down.
Somebody said his pineal was
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
These are some pseudo motherfuckers, yeah.
I heard somebody speaking someone here from Jamaica.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I had you waiting too because when my boy was talking.
Yes, it's very embarrassing.
White screen up there, so I thought it was you talking. I would have ended that conversation a long time. I apologize.
No, I thought I heard another Caribbean person speaking. Is somebody else here from the Caribbean?
It was the previous guy that was just up here.
Well, my mom's from the Caribbean.
My family's from Haiti.
Jamaica.
We got 3 islands on here, so it should be good.
So what's on your mind?
What I wanted to say was about the DNA. And I tell people because, number one, I'm afraid to do DNA tests because I don't know what they're going to do with my DNA test.
Yeah, they don't fuck with DNA. Everybody got your DNA. If your ass went to the hospital, they got your shit. If you had blood drawn, they already got your shit.
Emmanuel.
Fuck they talking.
Don't pay no attention to him. Just keep going.
DNA to nobody.
See, they don't want to do DNA because that shit's gonna say West African.
You get your oral traditions. You don't want to give your information to no outside entity. You do it yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Because number one,
I'm gonna respectfully say like it doesn't really matter about the DNA now because if you were born in a hospital,
I told y'all that shit. They got you already. They got you. So take the motherfucking test. Y'all are scared to take the test because y'all know that shit gonna come up. Niger California. One of the dudes I debated. Look at my video. He took a DNA test. He's a whole pretendian, and his ass got West African DNA. Y'all are lying. Y'all lost your African mind.
Can y'all let her talk because she was about to say something else? Go ahead, sister.
I don't trust the DNA only because where is my genetic information going to go? I don't.
You don't trust the DNA. The lab don't give you your DNA. You inherited your DNA from your mom and your daddy. They just conduct the test. Take more than one test and compare them.
I personally would not do the DNA test. However, one thing that I know for certain, because I do know science, I do know that when human beings were walking the Americas, Europeans did not exist yet. The modern European is about 9,000 years old.
Now, remember, when you say European, you're saying African.
No. I mean the continent of
What the fuck this nigga say? When we say European, we mean African?
The
Fuck.
oldest human that they found in Europe, they found about 10,000 years ago, and he had melanated skin, darker than mine. So, obviously, modern Europeans do not look like that. Now, for a very long period of time, the Earth went through an ice age. So, you could not physically go into Europe. But when people did go into Europe, these were melanated people, and the Europeans don't like to hear that because my father's family lives in England. So I had a little a back and forth argument with some people in England, and I asked them, well, what are some foods, some dishes that are native to your country? What is native to your country? I want something that is, distinctly British. And they tell me, oh, fish and chips. And I tell them, well, potato comes from America. What else is native?
Yeah, these dudes have lost their mind. Like they lost their African mind. They are making the case that Egypt's in America, right? Life started in America. We got all of the food, all of the resources in America. Africa ain't shit. We help Africa out, yada, yada, yada. This shit is crazy.
I'm like, oh, so basically you have nothing that's native here. The first people who came into Europe looked like me.
Yeah, what's up, Lily?
Now,
I'm up, man.
check the DNA. There's something called mitochondrial DNA. So their mitochondrial DNA is only 9,000 years old.
That's cap.
They have only existed
That's
modern
fucking
20
cap,
years.
yo.
They have only been in
We are all part of the fucking same human motherfucking species, family. The only thing that's different within the humans is the populations that we are in due to climate changes, phenomenal climate changes, weather phenomenons. All right. We are all the same motherfucking species. These motherfuckers get up here and act like they some brand new niggas or something. You ain't, bro. We all are the same. We all have the same amount of DNA, all right, that we inherited from our mom and dad. Y'all get up here and just make up shit.
Embrace everything that you are.
I'll tap the live and tip the guests.
So you have to be very, very careful about the information that you are getting.
Yeah, we got to be
They are
careful.
writing the dictionaries.
No, y'all are rewriting history. We almost had that shit intact. All you had to do was pick up a book. But now y'all saying the books that was written ain't shit. Like, I don't get it. You'll take a DNA test that should have say West African. Nah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in DNA. Y'all niggas is lying. Now, shout out to the real people who are indigenous.
Want it to be what it actually is. But it's already been established that they have created a system of YT supremacy so that they can stay in power. When they did not even exist when the Native Americans existed. You are brand new to this planet. Now, another interesting thing about them that is very unique is that they actually have Neanderthal DNA.
They're melanin deficient. They're mutants. They're mutated.
Well, yeah, they're basically X-Men. Because, and here's the thing. They don't say that.
Record them and then just shut them off like that. They're not. You got to be careful with that. I'm telling you, because some of those people can help you along the way that are melanin deficient. You just got to be able to,
We have to know the right ones.
Oh, man. Let me turn this shit down. Damn, family. What's up? Good morning. Peace to the chat, yo. What you guys are listening to is folks losing their African mind. They don't have any concept of what history is. And these jokers don't read no books. They just make up shit and they just say it. At least we'll show you some sources. Damn, this is crazy. I'm just chilling on the live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is some weird shit. Y'all heard Montana ban TikTok? Anybody hear that shit? This is wild. I'm changing the subject. But yeah, Montana don't fuck with TikTok like that no more, y'all. That's crazy.
That they were able to test his DNA and they could tell the color of his skin. Now, if you teach that in school, it's going to debunk YT supremacy.
Yeah, Lily, they banned TikTok in the whole state. That's why I asked over here on YouTube, man. You never know. I'm telling you. So thank y'all for hanging out over here. One day y'all might wake up and that app be gone.
You are brand new on this earth. You are brand new. And that is what they used to look like into the intermixed. So the video you made about the DNA is 100% correct, which is why I personally believe in genealogy.
They believe in genealogy over DNA. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. You match the two. The genealogy and DNA, they work the fucking together, whether y'all motherfuckers know it or not. You do the genealogy, you take the DNA, and then it helps you. It's a tool. It's a tool in the kit. It's a tool in the identity kit. It's a tool in your identity crisis kit that y'all ain't trying to use. That's the problem.
on this planet where my family came from, then I would take it. But there is no way I'm going to spend my money on 23andMe or whatever. So
Yeah, you won't spend your money on 23andMe, but y'all motherfuckers are buying Dane Calloway books and shit like that. Y'all will spend y'all money on some pseudo books, but you won't take a DNA test. Get the fuck out of here.
We want the DNA because they're trying to see which one of us have the genetics of you guys know Henrietta Lacks?
yes, they stole her
Yeah.
DNA, and without
Yeah,
Henrietta Lacks, microbiology would not exist. And
Right.
her
So
family-
Henrietta Lacks
her
technically
family
is
was never compensated.
right. She's technically deceased. Like she's gone, but she's alive today though, like cellular wise. And even till today, her cells multiply in a petri dish. So I believe if they want your DNA, they're just trying to find an identification mark. Like, oh, yo, look at this person. They're still multiplying, and that's a person. If I was of the YT supremacy, I'm gonna come scoop you for my technological advancement, obviously. But that's what I believe they want it for.
The fuck these niggas talking about? Y'all hear this shit?
Cells, human cells. Once you separate the cells from the body, they only live but for a certain amount of time, and then the cells die. Because once our cells are separated, that's it. They die. You cut off your arm, it's gonna rot and it's going to die. So they noticed, because Henrietta was seeking treatment for cancer, they noticed when they took samples of her cells.
Like this shit, wow, man. You can get samples of DNA off of shit. What the fuck is they talking about?
I think they just wanted her in that room so they can take her. That's what I
Yo,
believe.
my man, let me
I don't
say
think she
this.
actually had it.
I just hope in your heart, right, and for everyone else on the panel that you can remember this, that this so-called, you like to say YT and white people, you keep doing that. He was doing
That's
that.
because I get banned when I say it.
This ain't against you. This is not to try to do anything ignorant. I'm just like, I like to do this because you got to remember that is a mutated, watered down, like a remix version of us, right? Okay, so with that right there, why in our minds have we been designed to look at these people as an enemy? And I'm gonna tell you,
You date white girls, don't you?
Listen, you hearing? Listen, the reason that they want to put you against them, right? I don't date nobody. I took a vow of celibacy. You hear that till I get married, so you can watch your mouth. For real.
I ain't gotta watch shit, but you defending these people a little too hard every time you on our panels.
They in there arguing.
You be defending these people a little too hard every time you get on our panels, bro.
You're wrong, dude. You must have
You wrong, bro.
I'm not your
See?
Hold on, let me do this.
They got on the line and started arguing with each other.
Antigua, you gotta remember.
Damn.
This enemy was designed. So, and it was designed by your people, our people. One of our people created that. If you know about the Yaqub story, so we gotta remember that this enemy was crafted. They was crafted to divide us. You hear this? Because our people are one people, and we're such an intelligent people. We designed the people that person because the white that's a grafted human. It's a mutated version. So you gotta remember that they're operating at a lower sequence. They're not as intelligent for real. Some of them are real savage. And then I've even found that some people that are melanin enriched and appear to be so-called black, they got that blood in them too. They get to acting crazy too because they ain't eating right, ain't drinking right. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't have any hatred in my heart for that.
My thing is,
However,
just don't look at them like they're white, like they're separate people. They're a mutated.
These niggas is crazy, man. They talking all types of crazy shit. Ain't nobody open up a science book or a scientific article or nothing. They just freestyling, man, and they just making all of this shit. They just sounding dumb. They sound really uneducated right now. They really do.
The sister can keep talking. I would just state the fact that some people just got to put their emotions to the side. When
Nah, I ain't doing no
type of folks.
You can't tell me what my emotions are, man. Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
my only issue with them is the fact that they
Oh.
took it upon themselves. They took it upon themselves.
No science, just downloads, Lily.
They took it upon themselves to go around the world claiming supremacy invading.
All right, I'm gonna turn that down because they be on some old crazy shit. These lost Negroes have lost their African mind, family. I mean, I don't get it, man. They just be running their mouths about shit, talking shit about people. The shit that they say, they haven't read any books about it. They just make this shit up as they go. And I'm just sharing this shit with y'all. You know, this is when you lose your African mind.
So when you take that notion and you apply it to these quote unquote YT people, these folks are so much genetically cloned and mutated and junk DNA.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Patah in the motherfucking house. Good morning, bruh. What's up? What's up? What's up? Peace and Black Pan-African power to my brother, man. Heard you been busy, man. Hope you all right, bro. But yeah, man, these dudes is crazy losing their African mind out here, yo. They really losing their African mind, yo. Damn. Everything came out of America, too. That's they shit. Food, the plants. We came out of America. Egypt is in America. Shit, Israel is in America, too. They trying to fit all of this shit in there. Y'all seen the live the other day where them motherfuckers made an alliance where they are all of a sudden Paleo Hebrew Indians and shit like that. Y'all hear this dumb shit they talking? This is wild, man. This is wild. Yeah, shout out to Patah. This is wild. Damn. Shout out to the general too. But yo, y'all motherfuckers are crazy. Y'all wake up early in the morning talking this shit. Y'all was up before me. We was on our live too. If you go to our live, matter of fact, check out Suiton's live. I was on the panel last night and we were debunking they shit. We are dismantling all of this pseudo bullshit that y'all be hearing.
So that's not our problem. That's a personal thing.
No, you see what you just said? It's a perfect sentiment of why they're like, okay, yo, let's help.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But yeah, man, we was on Suiton's live last night. They're gonna bring this book up. Watch out for this fucking book right here. This book right here is debunkable. This shit is titled Indian Slavery in Colonial Times Within the Present Limits of the United States. Right? They're gonna use this book and try to convince you that we were here first. We were Indian. Well, when I looked in the fucking book, all I saw was African. All right. It tells you that they imported Africans in this book. They imported Africans in this book to all parts of America. But them motherfuckers, them historically illiterate motherfuckers won't tell you. They won't even get to the page. Look at some of my last videos where some of these jokers are reading the table of contents, right? Mountain Moose, right? Whatever his name is, was reading the table of contents. And when he got to chapter 12, it talks about the decline of Indian slavery, right? And in the decline of Indian slavery, I'm getting tongue-tied. The decline of Indian slavery, chapter 12, is on page 21, the table of contents. When he got to the Negro part, when he got to this part, it says the intermingling between Indians and Negroes. All right. So historically, you had two different groups of people that came in contact with each other. Right. Now, was there some melanated people already here? I ain't gonna argue that. You'd be a fool not to believe that. But all of us, lottie-dottie, everybody likes to party over here in America before everything existed. That shit is cap. Y'all know that's cap, man. That's fucking major cap. And don't ever come with a book trying to make a case saying that we're not African. And in the motherfucking book, they're telling you that they imported Africans from fucking Africa. And that the increase of Africans getting imported into America, you had a decline in Indian slavery. It tells you that shit in chapter motherfucking 12. But these niggas don't read. They just read the shit they want you to hear. That's sad. We went over this book real hard last night. So check some of my videos before and check Suiton's video too. I really break down this book. All the chapter 12 we talk about. But that's what they own, man. These dudes crazy. Let me see what else they got going. They don't know I'm in they live and shit. I don't know how I get in. Them motherfuckers be hating my guts sometimes.
So the only thing that I can trace is, basically through my language, I can pinpoint different places, but because they are denying access to my information, because they actually did keep records, but they took them back.
Feathers in the chat.
And there's no freedom of information.
Can I get a feather in the chat?
I am not able to trace back my ancestry. And I've seen like Henry Louis Gates, he did a genealogy on an actor, and he traced the actor back to the Choctaw Nation. I forgot what actor it was. I think it was I forgot what his name
Don
is.
Cheadle. That's right. Don Cheadle got chased back to the Chickasaw, but his family was enslaved.
He is blessed because he has no colonizer DNA, and he was traced back to the Choctaw Nation.
Right, and she forgot the part that the Choctaws own his family. You see that, right? Right. See, that's the shit they won't tell you. The Chickasaws and the Choctaws own slaves. If you read the book Black Slaves, Indian Masters, it'll tell y'all that. Yeah, Don Cheadle. That's who she talking about. That actor, black dude, Don Cheadle. His family was enslaved by the Chickasaw. They had to make a whole treaty to release some of the enslaved Africans.
So I know my grandmother. I can trace.
What kind? See, that's the shit they talking about. They trying to trick y'all, man. Y'all been scammed. Go look the shit up, man. Look up Henry Louis Gates and Don Cheadle. If I'm pronouncing his name, put his name in the chat so everybody can see that, right? Look that video up and look at the story behind his DNA. And you could tell when he was like, yep, your people was owned by the Chickasaws or Choctaws, whatever the fuck they call themselves, right? That shit really happened. But everyone wants to leave out the enslaved African part of this story.
I would bring it to school and people would laugh and make fun of me.
Yeah, we're laughing and making fun of you here because y'all are historically illiterate to the goddamn subject matter. It tells you that the Chickasaws. Oh, matter of fact, let's read in the book Black Slaves, Indian Masters. Where this shit at? Cause y'all motherfuckers ain't been reading. I can tell niggas ain't been reading. All right, the introduction is on page 2, right, of this book. Y'all got to get this book. I'm gonna go over this book a little bit in the presentation, but it says from the late 18th century through the end of the U.S. Civil War, Choctaws and Chickasaws men and women held people of African descent in slavery, like their white Southern counterparts. Indians bought, sold, owned, and exploited black people's labor and reproduction for economic and social fucking gain. Henry Louis Gates told Don Cheadle that shit. It's in the book. These niggas don't read, man.
Then we're more familiar with like mango or aki or papaya. But then some fruits people are not aware of. So,
I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
No, well, I wanted to offer something to you. I'm sorry, one, for your experiences. The first fight.
I'm not over it. I'm cool.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing, man? I'm good. Y'all good?
Peace.
Indeed. Peace every day. So, this is what I wanted to possibly offer the mother here.
Go ahead and get those likes up. We got 3 in the building. I see y'all. Peace to everybody that woke up with me this morning.
Research. Before you go.
Really quick, jerk chicken is actually an indigenous recipe. That is what the indigenous people of the Caribbean would do to their food. They would spice their food and they would grill it.
Yeah, what about the West African part of that?
100% indigenous Caribbean. Just so that you know. Go ahead, brother.
North American content. Well, no, somebody said they wanted to say something first. No, you good. Go ahead and give us a little your background and then take off on this. What, can you hear me all right now? Yeah. All right. Alleles. And so what I've done is look for they use 15 strand repeating. which means 15 points along the or within the sections of the DNA.
Oh, these niggas are geneticists now.
If you take your alleles and enter your alleles into the computer and look for locus, keywords being locus, origin,
he don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Population bottleneck. Then you can look at the studies they've done, the places where they've done the studies, and when you look at the map, you see where that allele actually, that mutation began. Okay, because we all have mutations based on environment, family, whatever it might be. Okay, so we all have mutations. That's not a bad word, so to speak. It's what the body does. Right. Mutation, adaptation. Just depends on your perspective. Potato, that kind of thing. But with that understanding, now you can begin to look back, and mine all the way to like Paleolithic. But I wasn't really tripping because even though I've got that Polish French Paleolithic, I also
why everybody you a French Paleolithic nigga? Why everybody want to be everything except for African? He was sounding real cool with the DNA, right? You know, the 12 genome strands, and you know, when I found out I was indigenous to fucking Europe, nigga, you ain't. Stop capping. Ooh.
So how do I take into account the fact that English is the national language of my country? However, we also speak Creole. And our Creole is, I don't know if you've ever listened to like Jamaican.
It's a mixture of French and a little bit of West African.
Our Creole has words in it from Akan, from Igbo, from Igbo.
Oh, now you're going back to Africa. Akan is in Africa. Okay. All right.
So, and how exactly would I figure out where exactly my original
Africa. You just said it.
I have words in my Creole that come from all over.
She got words that come to fucking Africa.
African Americans use that word a lot, and it's actually not a word. It's a sentence.
Yeah, absolutely, referring to Yah, referring to God.
Now these niggas just heard all of these African languages, Akan and all of this stuff, but they're gonna try to deny her Africanness. That shit come from Africa.
As being Haitian and a fellow islander, you can do your census records like everybody else do their census records of us on the island. You know, a lot of us have, like when you come to Haiti, a lot of our language is mixed with, you know, pretty much the same thing. You know, the only thing difference is, you know, the little bit of the little bit of Dutch, but I know that Patois have a little Dutch in there too, just a small bit. We pretty much speak the same languages over here. All of it's Creole. When you come over here to the southeast of America, they speak English-based Creole. You know, so that Creole right there is already a key point on where to start looking, because you have to go to like Spaniard and Portugal.
Yeah, you got to go everywhere except for Africa.
Also, you know it.
I must have got kicked out. The niggas kicked me out. I got kicked out of the live. I can't listen no more. Damn motherfuckers want to look at yeah, I got y'all. Oh, that was fun, boys and girls. Drop a feather in the chat. them fools must have saw Poor City and they shit and was like, oh no. Oh no. Damn. Wow. She just said that's crazy. This is how you get lost, man. She just said she Creole and she spit out Akan languages, a couple of West African names, and them niggas is saying, don't look over there. Don't look over there, sis. You got to look in Portuguese and Spain, knowing damn well that the Portuguese and Spain enslaved all of the indigenous folks in here. So if you got that shit in you, it's because of that history. The fuck? The first people one of the first groups of people in Africa that the Congo came in contact with was the goddamn Portuguese in the 1400s, right? They came there in the 1400s and they convinced those Africans to adopt Christianity, right? And that's how you get a lot of the Africans that went to Lisbon at first. So that part of history is right, where Africans were enslaved and they were brought to Lisbon, right? And the Portuguese and the Spanish wanted Christianized Africans. If they were going to take anybody to the New World, it had to be Christianized Africans. They said specifically that they didn't want anybody else besides Christianized Africans over here. They didn't want no Moors over here. It says that. I'm going to find that document, and I'm hopefully going to be able to come up with that on our presentation on the 22nd. But this is wild, man. This is what happens when you lose your African mind and they just make shit up. Look at these videos that I've been posting about these jokers, and you realize that they're not making sense. Another person said that Don Cheadle is a Chickasaw. Well, they must have didn't look at the whole damn video, because in that video, Henry Louis Gates Jr., right, told this dude that, look, man, your peoples were owned by Indians. Your ancestors were owned by Indians. And the shit that it was luckily that his family was able to get on the Freedmen's Laws list or some weird shit like that. You know? And that's weird. So I mean, like, if you're gonna talk about the Henry Louis Gates and that interview that he had with I think his name's Don Cheadle. I hope I'm pronouncing dude's name right? But he talks to that dude, tells that dude that your people were enslaved by Indians, and they had to bust their ass to get down to sign for their freedom. Don Cheadle, that's right. That's his name right there. I can never get that dude's name right. But that's the cat right there, that his family was enslaved by Indians. And Henry Louis Gates had to bring that to his attention. He didn't know that. He was like, what? Look at the whole jump. I think I posted it on my TikTok as well. And get the fucking book, Black Slaves, Indian Masters, yo. I mean, yo, these dudes tripping. But yeah, family, I ain't gonna stay too long. Yes, you Lily saw the video, right? And in that video, you can see the expression on Don's face. He was just in disbelief that a group of people can own another group of people like that. It went down. It says it in the introduction of that book on page 2. I believe that was page 2 of the it's introduction, page 2. It talks about Indian race and slavery on page 2, and it tells y'all that the Chickasaws and Choctaws own Black people, own Africans, bought, sold, owned, and exploited Black people's labor and reproduction for economic and social gain. What part of that shit niggas ain't reading? You know what I'm saying? Now, in this book, you're going to see this book floating around by these abos, right? This book right here, titled Indian Slavery in Colonial Times. This right here tells you that they were getting Africans from Africa. On page 100 of this book, it talks about that. It says in 1688, Louis IV issued an edict authorizing the importation of Negroes from Africa into America in this book. So these are their sources. Y'all gonna see, I'm telling you, I've already started seeing this book circulate on a timeline. Shout out to Mufasa for posting it on his TikTok, where there's a girl and she's talking about this book, but everyone misses chapter 12 when they talk about the intermingling between Africans and Indians. And it talks about the decrease in Indian slavery and the increase of African enslavement. Wow. But y'all think y'all a whole Indian now. You are indigenous to the keyboard, indigenous to the TikTok ass niggas, indigenous to the YouTubes. Damn, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about the book list, y'all, and that way y'all can keep up with what I'm reading. I got a really nice collection of books here that I've accumulated. Shout out to Black Cabinet, man. That brother got some books. Me and him got to do a live together one time on some of the books that he got. So shout out to him if he sees this video. But yeah, family, this is insane. This is it. The indigenous Moorish Hebrews. That shit right there. Shout out to Lily in the chat, yo. That's who these cats are. These motherfuckers are funny. Indigenous Moorish Hebrews. It's an alliance. And once them niggas get all together, y'all gonna hear all types of crazy shit. Yeah, you know, Egypt was in America. You know, Israel's in America too. You know what I'm saying? This is the land of Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of Judah and all this other dumb shit they be talking. Why? It's coming. It's coming. I was on the live the other day and I heard it. Let's say the beginning, the middle, and the end. All of that, yo. We everything. We was here every time. All that. Beginning, middle, and end. This is funny, man. This is the shit. But yeah, I was on a live. Somebody must have spotted my ass because they don't fuck with Port City. Because I be telling these motherfuckers, y'all done lost your African mind. And they don't like hearing that shit from me. They don't like hearing that shit. Shout out to Black Cabinet. He's on live right now. I'm just seeing if anybody else is on the TikTok live. But yeah, them niggas kicked me out, man. Now I feel like I can't infiltrate no more. You know? But yeah, family, I'm going to wrap things up. He was watching and watching. Right? Yeah, I got a live on y'all motherfuckers. This shit's forever. I ain't gonna delete this video either. But yeah, shout out to everybody who has not lost their African mind. All right. Make sure y'all click the like button. If y'all been here in here that long, the three of you guys, go ahead and click that like button. I appreciate it. Go ahead and give me a follow and a subscribe or whatever this thing do on YouTube. Do not forget April the 22nd is the big presentation date. We're gonna try to split it. I'm gonna do some lives on my jump, but I think the main event jump is gonna be on Sudan's thing. I'll try to record it so you guys can see it on my shit too. Because we want big family. We want big chiropractic adjustment family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we roll. Okay, peace, 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 family. Hit the like button and follow. I appreciate you, Lily. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Patrice. African daughter, I see you. I see you all in the chat. But Patah was in here earlier. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to Patah in the building. I see you guys. The homegirl healer, I saw you too. Everybody, I appreciate you guys coming in like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and we're gonna get to my closing out music. My closeout music is my theme song music, you know, and that's kind of how we roll. That's kind of how we do things over here. You heard, family? Where we go? I gotta pull it up. But yeah, peace, family. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping by. I might get back on live later on today. Not sure. I stayed up too damn late with the fellas last night on YouTube. Go ahead and check that video out. All right, fam. You guys are amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm gonna close it out. Don't forget to follow Port City Vibes. Peace, family.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.